Psst, psst. Hi! Due to the way YouTube works, I want to make a quick announcement before this video. If you like this video, please consider hitting the like button or leaving a small comment. It really helps. If you feel like helping even more, you can check my Patreon or Ko-fi accounts. All the links are in the description box. Thank you! Greetings! In today's video, I'll be taking a look at the set of 12 watercolor half pans made by Pébéo. I saw this set available for sale at an affordable price on AliExpress and was curious to test it out. I had heard not so great things about it and wanted to check for myself if it was truly that bad. Pébéo offers 28 colors in their watercolor range, both in tubes of 12 milliliters and in half pans. They claim their paints are transparent, bright, and deep, and that they can be mixed together. It is also said on their website that they use ground pigments and gum arabic to create the paints. From the product information available on the website, almost all the colors are rated as having a very good light fastness, and all of them but the white are transparent. The paints are made in China nowadays, but it would seem they used to be made in France. I unpacked the set and soon found out that the packaging is really annoying. Half the pans were covered with a sticker labeled directly on the pan, under a plastic protector, while the other half had the sticker on top of the plastic protector. It took a bit of work to remove all the labels, and those that were directly on the pans left a sticky residue behind. The pans are white plastic and fairly nondescript. They are not labeled in any way, so I wrote on each of them the brand and color name and number. Also missing from the pan's wrapper is any pigment information. The metal tin feels cheap and it's not well put together. The tray scratches off the enamel of the inner lid at its 4 corners. It also doesn't close well. One of the corners of the cover doesn't align with the rest of the box. The bottom compartment doesn't have sharp edges, but the edges of the tray insert are unfinished and quite sharp. It also doesn't come with a travel brush. The missing information is fairly easy to find on Pébéo's website. I was able to print out a list of all the pigments and also a small chart of the full range. Oddly, this chart seems to be incorrect as it still lists alizarin crimson as being a very good light fastness paint, while the pigment list and the pan's packaging list it as being poorly light fast. As I wrote the pigment information on my chart, I was really surprised by many colors as recipes. The alizarin crimson doesn't even use the original pigment for this color, yet is still a fugitive color. It's not labeled as a hue. The 3 earth colors are an appalling mix of 3 or 4 pigments, when these colors are usually made from a single, very affordable pigment. The phthalo blue has, oddly enough, both its proprietary pigment and a violet pigment, while the cobalt color is in fact a hue made of 3 pigments. The green earth color looks nothing like its wrapper, being closer to a dull gray than a green. I let the swatches dry. When I came back to them, I saw that all of them but the black are noticeably opaque. Since their colors are dulled out and light, I suspect that chalk or a similar opaque extender ingredient is an unmentioned part of these colors. I set out to do a demo painting, but I'll be honest and say that I was really doubtful. The colors are weak and very chalky, and the pigment load is very light. The paints leave spots wherever I put down or pick up the brush. I really struggled to mix darker hues and had to resort to the black paint. There is very little flow, and the paint dries noticeably lighter than it is when wet. I always look for qualities and uses for all the supplies I try. However, with this set, I have to admit I'm stumped. I can only recommend staying well away from it and saving up for something better. Or stepping down to a better student quality paint that will cost you a lot less and will be a lot more pleasurable than this set. My go-to recommendation is Daler-Rowney's excellent Aquafine tin set of 10 colors. It retails for about $10 and the colors are great. It even comes with a good short brush. I will put my review of that set in the iCard and description. Also, I don't think my Pébéo set is a counterfeit. Pébéo's watercolors are indeed made in China, and I looked at more reviews and videos featuring this set to see if theirs were like mine. Overall, it's all the same. Presentation, packaging, and paints are very consistent in all the reviews I saw. Don't get this set. If you got it, well, you and I can be sorry about it together. The tin is not even good to reuse with other paints. I will close this video by reading what it says on the small paper wrapper that came with the paints. I challenge you to find anything true in there. This fine watercolor range is produced in accordance with Pébéo's traditional craftsmanship. The colors thin very easily to produce deep, translucent tones that will not fade as they dry. The 12 colors in the range have been carefully selected to meet the requirements of watercolor artists, enabling them to capture the freshness and the poetry they perceive in ways that are unequaled by any other form of graphic expression. So I hope you got a laugh out of that, and thank you for watching. Have a great day. Bye bye.